Oh, shoot.
You are not what you guys.
Here we go. I am.
Now.
Hi, we're live.
Midwives, Uncut! And today is a real uncut, I'll tell you that.
We have no agenda for today. We are just going live because we don't want you guys to miss us. And we're tired. We've had a lot of trickling of births from all of January. When did it start? Really,
The end of December. Started Christmas Eve.
Right around Christmas Eve is when it started. And it just keeps trickling, right? So we've had a really hard time catching up from sleep. But
This
I
is
will
the
say this.
99th hour.
We are delirious.
Sandra's over here cracking up.
Yeah.
I'm
delirious. Get your butt in here. You can see how tired we are. We wanted to go over some of our births because I think you guys want to know that stuff, right? Like, if I was thinking of a birth center and midwives, I want to know how their birth outcomes are.
Yeah.
And we've had a really good year, end of year and beginning of the year, so we can't complain. We've had some beautiful VBAC home births.
Yes.
We've had wonderful births that have blessed our birth rooms here at the birthing center.
Yes.
And we've even had a few beautiful transfers. And that is how transfers should be.
Exactly. Because it happens, you know. In a perfect world, midwives would have 0 transfers. But in reality, that's not how it works. And we are humble enough to say and admit that it's going to happen, you know. It's going to happen.
We're
it's
humble enough to say these
I think so.
Yes, we are. That's right. But also, what I feel like is important to say. I'm sorry.
We're tired.
They're whispering and it's making me laugh, but I have real stuff to say to you guys. What I think it is it shows you where we understand our boundaries.
Yes.
And where we then respect the next level.
Yeah.
And it should be a mutual respect.
It should.
Because we really do, when we are kind and open with each other between providers, it really helps you guys. And that's what it's all about, making your experience a good experience.
That's our goal. Healthy baby, healthy mommy, and really having you feel that we gave you all of your options and you were empowered and educated in making the decisions at the time.
Right. Understanding what's going on with your birth.
Right.
Educated. Mm-hmm. Knowing all of the choices that you get to have. And then you saying, you know what, guys, you're right. I think I'm no longer a good candidate for here. Right. Let's move on. And let's do it in a timely fashion so that the next receiver of care is ready to give you the best option.
All the other options that we can't give you.
Right.
I will tell you, and I know other midwives can agree with this. Transfers are hard for us.
Ugh.
You know, it's not only hard in a sense of like, geez, we've been with you for 20 hours and we want you to have that birth that we planned, and but it's hard on our ego, I think. You know, like, did I do something wrong? And so we try to go through all of the options and all of the positions and all the choices.
That's why you'll see us so damn tired.
Because we're going to fight you in
acrobatic.
Yeah. We want to make sure that we have really tried everything before we move you to a different location.
Yes.
You know?
And it's hard on us, emotionally, because we know when we see our moms super sad and emotional because they have to obviously change their birth plan, we feel sad too. We establish these relationships with our moms from early on, and it's almost like we become friends, and we
dare I say friends.
We see your family. We're a part of we know what's going on in your lives. We know your other children. So
we want what you want.
We want what you want. Yeah. Like so it's emotional. It's emotionally and physically draining on all of us.
Yeah, we tired. I had a beautiful VBAC. When did they deliver? This morning?
Yes. Sometime this week.
Yeah, this morning. And as the labor was progressing, it was literally like a roller coaster of, are we going to have to transfer because, of one situation? Nope, we're good. And then something else presents. Oh, we might have to transfer for that. And the whole time the mom was very aware of what was going on.
Right.
We were not, keeping secrets of her labor.
No.
Open communication is key. She
Yep.
needs to be involved in the choices that are happening for her care. And I think that also helped her get through the obstacles, understanding that if I continue on this path, I may not get that birth I want. Let me really try, to either do what they're suggesting or let me get my mindset in the right spot. And so she overcame about 3 different possible transfers and finally had her beautiful VBAC at home, and it was great, and she was so proud of herself. And I just think that her being aware of what was going on helped empower her.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
recently had a transfer a few weeks ago, and her doula, which we love very much, she said something that I feel like I'm gonna say every time now because it's so true. She kept telling her, birth begins in the mind.
It's so true.
Oh my God. When she said that, I'm like, yes, that's what I've been trying to get out all these years. It's
it really
exactly
is. Your
what
mind
it is.
controls a lot.
It does.
Did you want to order anything else besides the urine strips really quickly?
Don't multitasking. No, I think we're good. Okay. So, and it's so important to understand that if your mindset is not where it should be, then it is going to affect you in your labor and birth. If you have some kind of trauma, if you have some kind of, like from a previous birth or something that happened in your life, labor is when it usually presents. If you have something going on at home that you have not discussed with your provider, something that you need to address, or if you have fears. Oh my God, I am so scared of pooping in front of my partner. We've had those, I will tell you. Poop happens, shit happens. Like the old saying.
All the time.
And you will never know. And your partners, we don't tell. No.
That's the one time I will lie to a client. I'm ashamed to say it. I'm not going to tell you if you poop. There's zero benefit to it.
It's
whatsoever.
a secret association.
Exactly.
Yes. It's a woman's secret association. My husband still hasn't told me to this day. My oldest is 18.
Gonna be 18.
She's going to be 18. And he has not told me if I pooped or not. I don't need to know.
Yeah, it's true. It's not important. But all of those things, so addressing fears and really working on those internal demons, I would say, that you have.
And this
super important.
Reflects a
before
lot
before labor.
And this reflects a lot in people's choices. I get a lot of phone calls where they're like, "Oh, I'm not happy with my provider, and I'm really afraid of needles, so I'm gonna do I want to do a birthing center birth." I'm like, that's nice, but that's not really a reason to choose a birth center birth.
Because we use needles too.
A needle is a fart in the wind when labor sets
Fart
in.
in the wind.
So if that's the only thing
today,
keeping you out of the hospital, it's not enough. It's not enough. You need to really make sure that you have an emotional attachment to the birthing process, or you are not going to follow that path because it's not your true path.
That's true.
It's not what you really feel inside. So
yeah, so even when we have these moms that are transferring us, like late transfers, we obviously want to give everyone an opportunity to have the birth that they want, but we do not, unfortunately, like late transfers. Not because we don't like you, but because
we like you.
We have not had enough time to spend with you, to get to know you on that personal level, to, to really have you trust the process and trust us as your provider. You may love us on the outside, but you need to internally love us in a way that you are going to be comfortable with. Boobs hanging out, vaginas, and
pooping, farting,
all that
barfing.
Stuff. So,
why is this here?
It's mine.
Over here too.
There's our magic herb potion.
So yes, transfers can happen, and they can happen for many different reasons. They can happen for emotional reasons. They can happen because, you know what, we've been trying for a long time, but I'm tapped out, have no energy. I need something to sleep. And that's okay. All right? Our goal is to give you all of your choices and all of your options.
This is what happens when we're tired.
I'm like looking at Sandy like she's a storyteller.
We're like this. Sandy.
That's how tired we are.
And they can happen for emotional reasons too. Like, whatever it is that you couldn't overcome in labor sometimes can present, and you may need to maybe get an epidural, and that way you're not.
There's a small percentage of women that actually have, the mind is stuck on something, and the fear really keeps her cervix from dilating and relaxing, and So luckily, we have the ability to give you that and
Right.
help you have a successful vaginal birth. Majority of the time, you don't need it,
Right.
but there are those small percentages that benefit from it.
And I always try to tell my moms, if that ends up happening, you didn't fail. You didn't do anything wrong. We are just grateful that we have access to that type of care in this country. And we can give you that vaginal birth. Even if it's a little off of your birth plan, you still
You have all your options.
have a positive experience.
Just to make sure you're choosing a natural birth for the
reasons,
benefits
right,
of
for the
it,
benefits.
not because you're afraid of a needle.
Right.
You have a human coming out of your vagina. A needle, I take 20. It's hard work. It's hard work. That's all I'm saying.
And we've had some pretty fun births recently.
We have.
I recently had a birth where
We have good times at birth. We know you guys are working so hard, but we giggle in the background. Not at you.
We make
We
up
have
our
to
own
go out for
language.
20
the
hours.
sleepier we get. Ooh, blah, blah, blah.
if
Yeah.
you birth with us, you know our dynamic and how we try to keep it very light and funny and
It helps
It does. It
for
helps.
everyone involved.
Helps keep everything relaxed. So this mom, first of all, she had everyone panicking, thinking that she was going to
Oh
have the
my
baby
God.
in the car. So
Yes.
I was like, Galina, just go, because I knew I wasn't going to
Where
make
was
it
I
there.
even coming from?
I think you were home.
No, I remember I was getting off the highway and I came straight there.
Oh, right, but that was the first time.
Oh, that was the first time.
So she has a history of going fast. So whenever her mom tells me, listen, I had my baby like in an hour last time, I'm always like on high alert, high alert.
Oh, Sandy freaking she is a panic button.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, just get there when you get there. Is the head out? No? Okay, I'll be right there. And Sandy's like, oh my God!
Going down like 100 miles an hour.
You are like that.
I am. I can't
I'm
help
like
it.
Sandra, I'm like, I just, it's been 60 seconds.
I had one where I called Sandy. I was like, I think we have some time. And then I called her. I was like, yeah, you might want to come down. And like, she walked and the baby was already born.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened? So I will get there fast, and and I used to live really far. My mom's, I will get there fast. But anyways,
Maria Andretti.
so the real time she gets here, and she was not having the baby just yet. So I finally get here, and we're hanging, and I'm like, she's walking, she's doing her thing, she gets in the tub, everything is, pretty chill. I feel,
I'm trying to figure out what part of this labor you're talking about.
like before she got in the tub.
Okay.
And then when she got in the tub, all of a sudden we just hear the noises go, whoo, like, whoo! So I go in, I'm like, oh, okay, things are definitely picking up. And it was really sweet because she had her aunt there, and her aunt and her were like in the zone and so focused, and they were like, she was singing these songs, and she didn't even know I was there. Like, she was so focused. I'm like, all right, cool. They were like talking in a different language, and I told the husband, like, listen, I don't know what they're saying, but it seems like things are picking up. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna step out, give her space. If anything like she starts
Changes.
pushing, let me know.
Like if a head comes, let us
Well,
know.
I get like to the end of the hall and I hear the biggest scream. So as soon as I heard it, I run, and guess what? The head comes out.
He's like, there's no head. I'm like, that's obvious.
It's out. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what that
sometimes we
is.
have bursts like those are like what we call torpedo babies. That
Shooting
baby
out.
like whoom, came right out.
Yeah.
And then
So you got some that require a little bit more assistance.
right.
Tug of war.
With,
a little
where
more-
we have,
yeah.
I have an amazing
Acrobats.
picture of Sandy doing tug of war.
I think it's on our Instagram.
It is on her
It's on
Instagram.
our Instagram.
And she's got a serious because she's basically the mom is pulling on a rope and she's pulling against her. So it's like it's a tug of war, right? And the moms are strong. You're very strong.
There are some moms where I'm
I
like-
can't always hang. I mean, listen, I'm little but I'm tough. But I like to leave it to Sandy. Get her workout for the day. I'm too tired.
I would tell you after that birth, my abs, I felt like I did like 100 sit-ups. I was like, oh man, but I was okay with it. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. One day we'll write a book, but
So yeah, some of these births are, they go super fast like that, and really her birth was only 3 hours.
yeah.
So yeah, so you got 3 hours, and then you got 24, 30 hours.
So
Ugh.
that's when we're delirious.
But that's okay, because it happens,
Yeah, I mean it happens. That's what makes our job very
And
entertaining.
then we're like this.
Or when our children call us and they're like, "Well, how many centimeters is she, Mom?
Yeah.
Is she ready to go?" And I'm like, "No."
Because they're waiting for you to
Why
come
are you
home and do your
calling me?
regular
Yeah.
duties after you've been
right,
gone.
right. That, yeah. Forget that you've been up for 30 hours. Now
Yeah.
you better come home because I have things I need to
Yeah.
do, and you're my Uber ride.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so
True
So,
story.
anyway, all right, it's been a long time. So we will hang up.
Kalina's gonna go home and take a nap.
Lena's gonna hang up.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Good night here.
I'm gonna lay here.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Well, have a great weekend,
yes,
guys.
great
Friday.
weekend. See you guys next week. Bye bye. If we can stand.